What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Big Cal coming in again with another banger TNP representative. Just want to go in a little bit about a topic I had seen. Just basically just trying to get everybody's take on what's the big issue with FBA. It seems like it's a huge, from a lot of pushback from the Pan-Africanist movement, the tethers, or not tethers, excuse me, the immigrants. It seems like a lot of folks just got issues with just FBA. So just want to go in on that a little bit. Foundational Black American culture.
The growing understanding of a movement called FBA.
Okay.
Pan-Africanism and FBA.
Speed the thing
How
up.
do they contrast or complement one another?
Okay. Well, first of all, Pan-Africanism is the black man's oldest formal political ideology. We gave birth to the first free, independent black nation in the world, Haiti. Right. Pan-Africanists are some of your greatest black leaders, your greatest black organizers. If you're looking at achievements, nobody compares to Pan-Africanists. Nobody. Hebrews, Moors, Nawapians, Gods and Earths, Nation of Islam, I love them all. Nobody compares to Pan-Africanism. If you want to go achievement for achievement, you can put all them together. You don't touch us. Okay. And I say that respectfully, but it's the truth. Okay. ADOSFBA, respectfully, I'm going to go with both groups because they represent basically the same thing, but there are differences, right?
My biggest issue, what I was basically saying was, what is everybody's issue with FBA? It seems like a lot of folks would just come together to kind of just have a quarrel or a ideological issue with FBA. And when all it is, as we always say, it's a lineage. It's all it basically is, the lineage. It's always been framed as a group. It's basically like it's who I represent myself as, a foundational Black American, both sides, indigenous, you got Native American on, for sure, my maternal grandmother's side. Just, just stuff I observe on a day to day as an educated FBA black man, freedman in America, whatever you want to call this, bro. Like, who even really cares about the name? That's my biggest deal. Like, we get so hung up on the name. Like, I saw this one guy, Smackwater. He's a influencer online. He was talking about, man, one of the biggest things, we have all our scholars. We can have some of our best scholars, the most knowledgeable people of FBA lineage in America, and we would quarrel over a name. So that's just the reality of it that I would have to agree with as well. Like, when can we as foundational Black Americans come together on one accord? Like, that is my biggest issue when it comes to just all these groups and Pan-Africanists and FBA. Like, bruh, it is clearly an issue amongst the diaspora. Like, what are we talking about here? We clearly have a problem permeating amongst ourselves throughout the diaspora. What are you talking about? Caribbeans? Whether you're talking about the Latin Americans, whether you're talking about the Africans, whether you're talking about the ones that live in Europe, whether you're talking about the ones that live in the Americas. There's a huge dysfunction and disconnect between the melanated, even the Caucasian Caucasian Latinos and all these. There is a huge divide between all of us amongst the diaspora, and I think you would be you would literally be lying to yourself to say there's not. Like, we have a huge dysfunction. So one of my biggest things is what's going on in America right now. Like, bruh, like I was talking about this morning. Like, man, we would get hung up on some of the most trivial things before we even take one step toward progress. Like, and that is one of my biggest issues I take flack with amongst my own self and the Black community. I be just posting, talking about using my own anecdotal evidence, which is my life as an example. But I have very successful, very educated people in my family, man. I'm talking about, went to Winston-Salem State University, North Carolina Central University, Morehouse University, Spelman University. A lot of people in my family really with the HBCU route. They went to grad school at the PWIs. Man, I'm talking about very well educated people in my family, man. Barbara Scotia College, shout out to Barbara Scotia College. We just educated folks. A&T University, man. You can name it, keep on naming, man. Morgan State. So we got graduates everywhere: St. Augustine, Elizabeth City, just rattling them off. Like, and we have dysfunctional problems amongst ourselves. We don't have any businesses. We don't, we have issues. Like, I could talk about the most educated wannabe bootleg type people, or you can talk about all the way down to the gangsters and hoods. Like, bruh, there is a problem amongst ourselves, and we sitting here fighting this diaspora war. And we like that's the thing I don't understand. Like, I understand this. It's definitely a white T issue, a white T supremacist that's throwing the metaphorical wrench in our spokes a lot of times. But right now, the biggest issue is amongst ourselves, infighting and internal dysfunction. And I think we have to address that issue as a people going forward, like right now. Like, we cannot keep on pointing the finger toward other folks and things of that nature, man. Like, me personally, I'm just getting tired of the same old narratives, like both of these guys are really just trying to profit off of our collective just dysfunction and just being lost. They're preying on a lot of folks in America. Like, and I'm not even. It's not even a bad thing, because a lot of folks do need that FBA pride. That doctor. I mean, not Dr. Umar. That I don't know if he's a doctor anyway, but that Tariq Nasheed is really putting out there. Like, he likes to. He's not a leader or whatever like that, but he's one of the main people pushing the delineation movement, especially amongst the melanated people that come here and try to undermine us, which I 100% agree with. I 100% agree with. Like, that is one of the things I 1000% agree with, the fact that people are sitting here to undermine us purposely. It's a whole immigrant class sitting here to undermine the foundational Black American populace of America. Yes, like, that is a fact. Like, we can't sit here deny it. They sit here right amongst ourselves. Like, I don't even know but Obama's one of the biggest names. Like, man, like, come on, like, he came out of literally came out of a white T woman. So it's like, bro, they will sit here and be our skin folk, but not our kinfolk. And we know that. Like, they're not FBA, so they're not of our lineage, so they do not represent us, so they do not have no real loyalty to us. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to TNP. I'm out here cooking right now, but just being honest. Just being honest, man. They do not have that class of people, the tether class, the immigrant class. They do not have loyalty to us, and we cannot expect it. I don't expect it personally. FBA, I don't expect their loyalty. Like, it'd be nice, but I don't expect it. Who I would expect loyalty from? Because that's why I respect the immigrant class, because they have our loyalty and they are unified amongst themselves for the majority of the fact. Unless they're in their own country, then they hate each other. Just like, it's crazy, the dysfunction. But or they have a class of people that's the lower class that will prey on one another. But what I'm saying is, like, bro, an American FBA Black people, we need to work on ourselves, man. We need to really sit down and reflect and take a look in the mirror right now. But let me listen to some of this, Umar, and get back on my tangent. But I'm telling you, right now, we have to self-reflect. We have to have ownership, accountability for what's going on in our lives. We have to take accountability for what we're doing here in America. The tethers are going to do what the tethers are going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to do what their white tea masters tell them and bring them here with a purpose to do. To align themselves with themselves, to create confusion, chaos, to undermine us, to they collect all these resources and literally slapping and spitting in our faces. Like, honestly, like, metaphorically, they're slapping us in our faces. What they're doing with this Somali thing in Minnesota, just handing out funds after funds to all of these classes of people who are a lot of times not white all the time, not the European immigrants, but a lot of times these are foreigners from all these countries, and they come here getting these work visas, and in my opinion, they're giving these people businesses, literally, like business loans and all these type of things. Like, so they're literally stealing money. Like, the Saudi people, they had the daycare, all this type of stuff, and they pointed the finger at this white tea lady. Like, come on, man. Like, these dudes, they're stealing what they said was upwards of billions of dollars, man. Billions. So what's up with it, man? Hit that like button. Appreciate the love. But they're stealing billions of dollars, man. Like, and yeah, we feeling like as a people, it's a straight slap in the face of disrespect, man. Just being honest, bro. But us as the FBA people of America, we have got to get down off our high horses. Like, we think that we have made it. Like, a lot of times we don't even rock with each other, man. And that's one of my biggest issues. Like, I was going back to my family. We have all of these elders, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. We even have some 90s that's in their right mind. Don't nobody want to work together, man. Don't nobody want to work together for nothing. And this is the people that are educated, well educated. They came from people that left them things. I'm talking about that came from a lineage of people where they had their father, my great grandfather, left land. I'm talking about owned land for their black children, for their children. They able to give them land. God rest my uncle. He passed a few years ago. His wife just passed this year. Like that, they have a house that's open. That's gonna go to somebody that's not blood kin. Like it's just a lot of confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like just a lot of confusion, chaos, dysfunction, just people not working together. And that's the problem I feel like with the black community in the whole. Like we have no order at this point. Like my grandfather, he strategically worked his ass off in mill work, everything to get land, acreage for his descendants, passed it down. And I literally have a cousin, an older cousin that's in his 70s that got land from my grandfather, and he sold his land to a African tether, an African hot damn tether. He did. He sold my great grandfather's land. He didn't even have a discussion about sending it down the pipeline of the lineage, someone getting a loan and keeping it in the family, in the bloodline. He literally sold it to a African immigrant, tethered to free enterprise and create apartments and things like that on right now. Because it was a perfect situation. It's right hooked up to the city utilities. Is right there, the water, everything. You get sewer, you can get everything, man. Like hook yourself right up to the sewage and the water and the electricity, man. It's a perfect situation for somebody who actually had a future and was looking to build a generational wealth. This man is in his 70s. He is a retired engineer. He went to NT. Like he's basically, like, I hate to say it, but like he's already, his life is set. You know, he's in the golden age of his life. Why would you sell your grandfather's land that was gifted to you? All you was doing was paying taxes on it. Like it's a lot. Like I have all land. Like taxes ain't shit. Like niggas probably paying $200, but probably not even $200. Probably was paying like 110 or something like that for that plot of land. Sold it. It was like enough to put 3 apartments there. Sold that shit to an African tether, bro. So I'm saying, don't tell me. Don't sit here and try to, you know what I'm saying? Don't sit here and lie to me about what's going on. Like I know what's going on. Like we have a black dysfunction problem in America, man. Like why would a FBA black man sell his land that was given to him from his FBA black grandfather to an African tether for some money, talking about taxes on he's in his 70s. Like what, like, and you got plenty family out here that could have easily bought that land and you'd rather sell it to a damn tether, man. So I'm telling you, black people, we do not have no love for each other, man. Like we do not have any type of love for one another, bro. And I'm gonna call out my family trauma and issues, man. I don't give a damn. Like that's how I get down, because like we're not gonna grow if people aren't transparent about what's really going on in the community. Everybody wants to fucking lie and point their finger, excuse my French, at the white T man. And me personally, the reason I have such an issue with Umar and people like Dr. Umar and Tariq Nasheed is they misguide and mislead the black community, man. Like they don't tell it like it fucking is. They tell it from the perspective and the point of view in which they want it to be viewed as. That's one of my biggest issues I take away from like the Tariq Nasheeds of the world, and the that I feel like is a detriment. They want to paint this picture of, like you said, tether this, tether that, when a lot of the things that's in our control and power, we do not dominate in. You know what I'm saying? As far as land, keeping land in our own communities, buying land, like families just working together in businesses, things like look at how Trump family is, like black unity. We already know we start from behind the 8 ball. So when somebody gets actually in our past, our ancestors were to attain land ownership, why the fuck would you sell it and give it to another bloodline? Like it makes absolutely no fucking sense when his blood, sweat, and tears went into building that land, and then for you just to all in one swipe of the pen give it to an African tether who had no blood rights to that land. Like it is such a loser mindset, and not think nothing of it. Like, so it's like don't tell me about the whitey man. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me about the African tether. Like we have black dysfunction in America, bro, where that's why we're fighting for who's at the lowest rung in this diaspora war. That's why I feel like it is. Like all we're doing right now is fighting for who's the fucking loser in the diaspora war. Like who's the lowest. And I think Umar Johnson said that in here. I agree. I agree. Like that's literally what we're doing. We're fighting for who's gonna be last, nigga. And I don't fuck with that. I don't rock with that, man. Like that is just a loser mindset from all sides and all parties. Like for sure, for sure. Hit that like button and subscribe to TNP too, man. Appreciate all the love, all the engagement, all the views right now, man. But we cooking right now.
So ADOS,
which is a descendant of
no,
slavery.
they're first. FBA comes later.
Okay.
Okay, but they both exist. FBA is more popular, right?
Okay.
ADOS FBA. I don't have a problem with the American African people seeing the need to make it clear to other branches of the global African family that when you come here, you need to be clear that we built the house and rolled out the carpet for you. Be respectful in my home the same way you would want for me to be respectful in your home. So the concept of that American African identity, I have no issue with it. It needs to be done. It needs to be said. This is not new. What is new about it is the adversarial stance that they are taking towards African immigrants who come here from the diaspora, and the energy that they give them, the negative energy that they give them, which supersedes the negative energy you give to the white man who enslaved you then and oppresses you now.
I want to expound on that. Just for a second. I agree. While I'm not sparing a FBA hating ass, musty ass tether, not one bit. I'm not sparing their ass because I don't rock with them. The ones that have this already delineated mindset where they hate us and already had this preconceived notion that we're less than and we're lazy, akatas and nothing or whatever like that. I do not rock with them. Period. But I will say a lot of these people that are rocking with the FBA movement right now, currently, man, y'all are radicalizing this thing, man. Y'all are really radicalizing it. Y'all have let these people like Tariq Nasheed put a battery in y'all back to where I'm talking about it is straight up almost demonic hatred. Like me, I don't have that type of I do not have that type of animosity toward the white T-man. I don't have that type of animosity toward of tether of any community, and I don't have that type of animosity toward my own community, bro. Like, bro, I have when you're really a loving and person that has confidence in who you are and your lineage and in yourself, you don't go around acting like some of these FBA spaces be acting, bro. I'm just being honest. Like, that is not no real. You really, like I said, you really just trying to punch down on somebody that you feel like, you know what I'm saying, is less than you just to make yourself feel better. Like, to me, that's the sign of an insecure bitch ass motherfucker. Excuse my language. Hit that like button. Like, that is a ban. You're a ban. Like, if you got to punch down on somebody to feel better about yourself, you're what makes you any better than the white T-man? And that's what I say too. Like, I'm just being honest. What makes you any better than any other community that has historically has done that in the past? Like, that's lame to me. Like, yes, point it out, but nigga, like, what's next? Like, the biggest issue is not them. The biggest issue is our black dysfunction amongst FBAs in America throughout all of these liberal cities and all of these cities of America where there's a high population of melanated people that look just like me, TMP, that dude right there in that picture right there. Long dreads, dark-skinned, black, melanated man. The problem is that is the problem. like, let's stop deflection. Let's stop the deflection game, because I understand you want to make your money. You know what I'm saying? Tariq Nasheed, I'm gonna call you out too. You got to make your $200,000 before Hidden Color 6 come out. You got to make the $200,000 or it can't come out, nigga. I call cap, nigga. But do your thing. Get the money off of these people, off of these mindless followers that just want to be have some type of racial pride and stuff, and they can't find it amongst themselves and in their own bloodlines and lineage. Yeah, make your dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Free enterprise is real. Get your money, man. Profitize off of these people that are blind. Hit that like button. And heck, if you're going to show some love, put something on that Cash App or that PayPal in the description box for TNP, man. It's right there. All the links for the donations and things of that nature is in the description box. If you feel like showing some love, show some love. But man, I'm telling you right now, I'm the one that's gonna tell you the honest to you know what I'm saying, the most high truth. I'm not gonna sit here and try to pull the wool over your eyes, talking about go to my what did it call that? What was it called? It wasn't fundraiser, whatever that little fundraiser app. I rock with it. There ain't nothing wrong with that fundraiser app. You know what I'm saying? Get your money. You know what I'm saying? Like I forgot what it's called, but where they fundraising money to get 200. I ain't pocket watching, but I'm just being honest. Like, bro, you talking about the movie won't come out unless you get 200 racks? I call cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I call cap. Like, but hey, if people gonna pay, go ahead do it. But back to the movement. I'm telling you, I'm not one of the ones trying to profitize off of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell us the real. Kickstarter, that's it. Yep, exactly. I mean, like, bro, I'm gonna call it out, bro. Hit that like button real fast for TNP. I'm gonna call it out. Like, this dude got the Kickstarter going, talking about donate 200 racks before Hidden Color 6 come out, and he already got like 24,000. Bro, I know Shahrazad Ali and all these people, and what's the dude name that be with Dwan B? all these guys very knowledgeable. He's from the DC area. I can't remember his name. I did used to follow him. Very educated brother. I think he said he went to Howard. But anyway, Dr. Randy Short. Anyway, bruh, how much are these people asking to be on it, are making you pay to be on these people? Man, this probably paid $10,000 to get that damn movie made. Like I said, I'm not pocket watching, but bro, people like him are the problem. I'm just being honest. Like they're not really for the community. I'm gonna tell you what's really effing us up. Which, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the real. Make your money. I'm not knocking that, but let's be real about what's going on in America. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Profitize all you want. It's free enterprise. Capitalize. If people want to watch that in Hidden Color 6, like I'm all for racial pride. But what a lot of people doing right now is they're punching down on Africanized people. They're punching down on all these tethers. And then they're just getting pride out of shitting on somebody. And that's the same thing black people have been doing to FBA black people for the longest time, is punching down on each other. Oh, look at his shoes. He got Bobos on. Oh, look at his shoes. He got Jordan jeans on. Oh, look at, bro, just punching down on each other and getting no progress, spinning their tires in the mud for generations. And like I said, bro, look at the situation we have. I come from a lineage of people that have, bro. And we have dysfunctional issues. So I'm telling you, on one side of my family, I'm talking about educated, boule. Basically boule, bro. Like basically boule. Like all the Greek stuff, the Zeta Phi Betas and the whatever, all that weirdo HBCU black stuff that they get into, bro. Retirees, good jobs, work for the state, for the government, engineering, and they have dysfunction. They don't work with each other. They don't collectivize and unify no dollars at all. They have no type of sense of family. Like, bro, these are facts. So imagine the people that they're not even educated in no way. That's not woke. They don't even have any type of, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about nurses, all these type of backgrounds and occupations, and they do not rock with each other financially. At times it's very chaotic. Let me say that. Like, it's very dysfunctional. It's very nose in the air, looking down on each other and not getting nothing done. So I'm just telling you, like, bro, black dysfunction is real. Like, we sit here all day. Like I said, all this stuff really makes you feel better about your situation and where you come from. You know what I'm saying? The way in which a lot of these FBA spaces are just literally just here to crack jokes on tethers, like, and call them musty and stuff like that, like they're getting from Tariq Nasheed. You're not getting no real progress. You know what I'm saying? You're just deflecting from the fact that you probably working a dead end job or something, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like, you ain't nobody really getting ahead unless you work together in America. Like, when you think about all the people that has really made it, I'm talking about made it in America, bro. They had some type of help, bro, to make it, bro. Like, I'm talking about people that really made it. You never make it on your own. So black people, we gotta stop this radical individualism, and we gotta try to work together, man. And that's one of my biggest things I'm trying to push out there. Like, we have to stop the direction that that we're headed right now in America as FBA. You know, we can sit here and feel, you know, I get the problem. I get why people call out FBA, because when you look at it, it's looking like just a bunch of people that are a lineage that hates people. You know, that shits on people. That, like, what is your works and what is your fruit? Okay, you know, we know your ancestors put in the work to get all of us to get in this position that we're in. Shout out to our ancestors. But where are we at right now with it? You know what I'm saying? What's the current status that we at with it right now? You know? But he not getting anything done. Talk is cheap. Exactly. He talked that good stuff. He really died, man. It really not. It's really, like I said, it's really misleading the people and miseducating us, man. And that's why I got to put my foot down on both of these guys. Like, they're really miseducating and misleading a lot of black folks. They profitizing off a lot of black folks. They're using their dollars to line their pockets and make their lives easier, and then sitting here crying about and pointing the finger to try to deflect at the white T man, to try to get you riled up and make you all emotional and stuff like that, and make you all feeling like a victim all damn day. That's what they're doing. And I'm going to be the one to call it out. And I will agree, like I said, with Umar, that a lot of the FBA movement, or it's a lineage, not a movement, but it's a movement right now. We know it is. I mean, we know it's a movement. But it is a lineage, but it's a movement that's going throughout the nation. People are taking pride in it. People are hashtagging it. People are, you know, trying to put this thing to where it can actually be a reputable and a recognized lineage. And a lot of these people are just like, they have no direction. You know what I'm saying? Like a dog chasing his tail. You know what I'm saying? In the damn circle, they have no direction, so they're just punching down on tethers and Africanized people and stuff like that. That's all they're doing. Like, what's going on in your own family? Like, why do you have so much time to sit around here and shit on a population of people that's really not affected us too much? You know what I'm saying? And really just put here to undermine us and stuff like that. Like, we have bigger, goddamn, what they call fish to catch and stuff like that. You know, we got you know, bigger fish to scale. things like that. Like, why are we sitting here concerned about this small lineage of people that, for the most part, are not in political positions? Like, they are getting a lot of our money. I will say, I do take issue with that, but, bruh, as long as we've been here, I'm just being honest, and I'm gonna go back to what I said, like about my family, about black dysfunction, about not using unifying our dollars, about not using group economics and things of that nature, about not, what I'm saying, having those type of functionality within ourselves as far as economically in our families. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being dysfunctionally economically amongst our own families and bloodline. That is why you're disenfranchised. That is why we're still in the position we're in. That is why. When we don't want to open up our books to each other, when we don't want to be transparent about what's going on economically amongst our family and ranks, but we don't want to build anything as a family as far as we don't know nobody to trust nobody. We talk about a treasurer, like somebody that holds the money. When we think about treasurers, people that are they're supposed to be trustworthy people, managers, treasurers, bankers, people that actually do the numbers. Like, somebody has to be trusted. That's why they put you in the position to count the money. You're trusted with the money. We don't have anybody amongst our own blood kin that we can recognize. Like, all right, we're gonna make cousin Fred the treasurer. He went to school for mathematics. He knows money. He or economics. He's a whatever. He's a CBA. He's an investment banker. He's a whatever. He knows what to do with it, with the money. He's a stockbroker, whatever the fuck. Like, he knows about business. We're gonna make him the one who has, like, we're gonna have have our names on the account, but he's gonna be the one that is in charge of it. We don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that as a people, bro. Like, let's be honest, man. Like, we could have been dug ourselves out of this metaphorical hole of economics that we've been in years ago, bro. But like I said, we have a collective dysfunction that impedes us from being able to stop stop this issue, this just generational curse that's been plaguing us. Like, it's really, we're mentally enslaved at this point, literally mentally enslaved.
Nothing a continental African immigrant can do to me that can supersede what the white man has done to me. There's nothing a Caribbean, Central South American African immigrant can do to me that can exceed what the white man has done to me. So why is it I can have so much vitriol, hatred, disrespect, animosity towards someone who looks like me just because they came from another place, when the white man who's responsible for my hell here, I'm never giving him half that energy. And then on top of that, it's contradictory in this way. You still...
See, this is my thing. Both of these things can be misconstrued to throw us off and make us feel like victims as black people. Pointing the fingers at immigrants and pointing the finger at the YT man. And I feel like that is the problem with both of these men. What's the word? Just intellectually, and just when you think about that in the intellectual context, that is not, in the ideological context, that is not the best way to go about your how you move is based on how somebody else moves. Like if you're gonna sit here and have your eye on the white man, have your eye on these tethers, like, bro, who's watching FBA? You know what I'm saying? Like are we gonna sit here and act like we have no type of issue as far as internally, like we have no tribalism, we have no haterism amongst ourselves as FBA descendants in a lineage? That's literally, we're letting the fox in the building. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by that. We're literally letting the fox in the building. Like, when you're sitting here looking at the YT man and you sit here looking at these immigrants, who's checking us? Who's checking our temperature on a day to day? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that is almost like saying the FBA has no type of issue going on internally amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you mad at them? You're not giving the YT man no energy. The YT man don't give a damn about you, nigga. Shout out to John David. My mind blanks. The guy that goes with the economics. My mind is really blanking right now on this guy. He tells so much good information, bro. He came on a few podcasts. Very intellectual brother, bro. He gives out all type of like economical advice to the black community. But his first name is John. But anyway, bro, white people practice radical indifference, bro. That is their racism today, bro. Radical indifference, bro. Stop blaming I'm getting tired of Umar Johnson over here crying about the white T man all the goddamn time, and all these Pan-Africanist weirdos crying about the white T man all the time, bro. They have radical indifference, nigga. They look at you like a fucking snail on the ground, nigga. They don't give a fuck about us. Like, bro, that's bullshit. Like, bro, stop. Like that is the deflective tactic to how you get you riled up again, bro. Just like the tethers, just like pointing out the YT man. That's all it is get you enraged and how you all emotional and stuff like that, and feeling like a victim all the damn time. Like that is bull crap, bro. And then, like I said, we letting the wolf in the building. So the FBA community gets a pass. Then we're perfect. We can punch down and talk about the racism of the white man. We can punch down and talk about how the issues of the tether and how they work with the YT man to undermine us. Well, what about us? We leaving us out. That is my only issue that I say about this, and that's my lane. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get called out. That's why people try to call me a coon and things of that nature. Because I am going to say I understand all that, but are we understanding what we do and how we are complicit and how not even just the Sambo class? I'm talking about the degenerate class of FBAs that pull us down collectively. I'm talking about the niggas, and we all know what we're talking about. We all know who I'm talking about. We all know who I'm talking about, man. John Hope Bryant. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother, for giving me that. John Hope Bryant. Thank you. It's a good name. His name. Yeah, John Hope Bryant. Go look at that brother's content, man. He gives all type of great information out, man. I appreciate you, man. Subscribe too if you're on here. Show some love and subscribe, man. But that's I appreciate y'all helping your brother out, man. Be a TNPer, man. Appreciate y'all helping the brother out with that name. Great content. Radical indifference. Look that up, man. If you want to be a conscious person, look up indifference and look up that term, bro, and get knowledgeable with it. But they don't give a bro. They think less of us than a lint on the goddamn ground, bro. And that's the reality, bro. And we don't want to admit that. Like, why would they sit around on that? Why would they, bro? You had to be a loser to sit around caring. Like, bro, times are hard for everybody. Inflation is real for everybody. They're focused on their bags. They're focused on they've been delineating. They've been trying to find YT only areas where they don't have to deal with it. They don't have deal with the same. They don't have the same life as us in reality as a lot of the FBA community. So why are you sitting here and have this boogeyman in your head and let people like Umar Johnson hype you up with this boogeyman of the YT man? Oh, you don't got the same energy for the YT man that calls you hell, nigga. You're not in no real hell, nigga. Most of the things that you cause that plagues the black community, the FBA community, is brought on by yourself. And that's why, and that is the lane that TNP is running in right now, man. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button and subscribe. That is the lane that I'm trying to bring the light to for us, for the FBA community of America, is that most of the things that plagues us as a people today is brought on us by us, the FBA community. And yes, we can talk about, yeah, like, we definitely, like, I think we've done enough of pointing out the racism and the systemic history. It's Black History Month, by the way. We still got a couple more days. I think we've done very well enough to sit here and point and punch down on the tethers and call the YT man out and call about racism and call about systemic racism. I think we've done way more than enough to know about the issues that other people are doing to undermine us historically and have done historically to undermine us. But at this current juncture, right now, what is stopping us from excelling economically, culturally, everything? Like, we can't sit here and, what a little hat man owns the radio stations and they put out the degenerate music. Well, why do you listen to it? Why do you allow your kids to listen to it? Why do you promote it? Why just because you hear it, why do you then enact the same lifestyle and encourage it? Why do you encourage it? Why do you dress like it? Why do you, if you didn't like sexy red, if y'all saying, oh well, if you think it's like y'all are living the literal tropes and the stereotypes that are just the detriment in bringing down the community. Why do y'all wear the red wigs like sexy red? Why do you get the tattoos all on your chest and your heart and all this weirdo crap? Why do you get all the lip earrings and all the coochie piercings and all the, bro? Why do you follow down the ghetto hood rat component archetype then? If you talking about these people if you knowingly know these people run these YT people run the music stations, run the radio stations, and all of this crap, and run all this entertainment, why do you then knowingly participate? Are you stupid? So that's where it runs. That's what we have to be. We have to just call it out and stop making goddamn excuses and trying to feel like a victim all the time. Come on, people. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's what TNP is all about, man. If you get on this channel, you're gonna get some real knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to you straight. I'm gonna talk to you logically. I'm not gonna talk pretty to you like Umar and Tariq Nasheed. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna paint this narrative of trying to find you know what I'm saying, this boogeyman and try to get you riled up emotionally. And we can talk scholarship. You know, like I talk to. I would love to have a conversation with both of these men. We can talk scholarship. I don't. I see. The thing about me is I keep it logic. That's my lane. Logic is my lane. I don't get into the historical aspect. I'm not a historian. You know, I don't get into all of these things of that nature. My thing is pure logic and anecdotal data, and I have a real ability to infer, man. Like I'm talking about almost like I can. It's like like a people like premonition. Like I can really read into things very well. I can have a very astute ability to infer, man. Like can't hide too much from me. You know, I was great in English, great in English, man. You know, so it's like a lot of things. Like people like these folks, these content creators, man, they talk pretty to you, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, they've made a lot of money talking pretty to folks. Shout out to Gucci Man. They made a lot of money telling people what they want to hear. Gucci Man had a song back in the day, tell them whole what they want to hear. I'ma put some flavor in her ear and tell the whole what she want to hear. That's how you make it in America, man. You tell people what they want to hear, man. You tell people, oh, nah, you can have 10 baby daddies and you still good as a virgin. Like, nigga, they lie. They lie, man. They lie to people, man. And you should be treated and respected like a virgin. Like, please.
Identify with the white man. You are a black American? Since when? So you'll call yourself an American, but you'll never call yourself an African. Think about that now.
Once again, tribalism and getting hung up on trivial things like names and ideologies and stupid ass things like that and labels. What is an American? What is an African? Who created these terms? You know what I'm saying? Like that, like come on, bro. What is wrong with being called an American? This is why I fall off from the Umars. What is wrong with taking pride in being called an American? Why do I have to take pride in being called an African? Who are you or who is anybody else to try to define who I feel like I am? If I feel like a foundational black American, I'm gonna call myself a foundational black American. I don't gotta call myself an African, bro. Like that's just how I feel. Like who are you to tell us what to take pride in? That's one of the things that I definitely delineate from Umar Johnson and all these Pan-Africanist ways and mindset and ways of thinking. That doesn't align with mine at all. Like, so you can't tell me I can't be an American, and that's once again just trying to delineate from white people, because you like in your mind, in Umar Johnson's mind, he has this inferiority complex toward white people, bro. Like in the way he wants to put that onto you. Like that's why at least I do fuck with Tariq Nasheed, because the one thing he does is he invokes pride amongst ourselves, gives us history, gives us scholarship, gives us knowledge and stuff like that. He keeps it 100 as far as historical accuracy. People like Umar Johnson, he has this less than idea that really it permeates in a bunch of the people that comes from less than, unfortunately, are the impoverished level of black folks amongst ourselves, the single mama raised, the things of this nature. And he actually he really drives home that narrative of that insecurity that you have toward white people, and he wants you to make you feel like you know what I'm saying, like I just said, like, oh, why would you want to be called an American when you want to be called African? You want to identify with the white people, your oppressor. Like he has all this mindset where he wants to trigger you with this and guilt you with this feeling of inferiority or separation toward America, which is a lot of our time. A lot of us as FBA people, it's this land is our effing birthright. You idiot! Like, what are you talking about? Hit that like button. Hit the like button right now, man, because I'm podding. What are you talking about, you effing idiot? A lot of us believe and know historically that this land is our birthright, you effing idiot, not Africa. Just because we all derive from Africa, everybody, like I said, come from Africa, bro. Like we all derive from Africa. Some of us could have derived in America, bro. And it's been generations since we've been touched foot in Africa, centuries. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, how can you tell me not to have pride in the land in which we come from? It's like you had this just defeated mindset, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, oh, I'm less than. Like, bro, a lot of us don't believe that way, bro. Like, take that loser mindset somewhere else. Like, we have pride in where we're from, and then our lineage here, and we have blood rights to this nation, bro, in this land that we're on currently. So that's just the reality of it. Like, that's just how a lot of us feel, man. So in my opinion, that mindset is that's what Umar drives home, and that's why I don't really rock with Umar, honestly, because like he plays on the fact that people's insecurities and he wants to make you feel like separate from the white tee man. He's the cause of all your problems. Like anything that's white tee, the white tee, like this man is he really has an inferiority complex, bro. Like, but he masks it. Tries to mask it like that's not what it is. Like, oh, it's just like delineation from them, and we take pride. Then why are you in this nation, then, bro? Like, bro, like I'm just being honest. Like, this nation was formed, by the indigenous people. It was the indigenous people that owned this nation, of course. The natives and things of that nature. But the Americas that we know today was formed by the help of indigenous people and with indigenous people. So there is no America without black indigenous people. So that's just fact. So, like, why can't we take pride in where we from and where probably you from, nigga, unless you a tether? So it's like, bro, I don't know. Like, that's one thing I don't rock with Umar, and I see through it. Like, you sound smart to somebody dumb, and that's why I feel about Umar. Like, I see the games you play. I see the games a lot of these content creators play. Like, so it's like, bro, you really got an inferiority complex toward the white tee people, bro. And I see through you. Like, a person that really doesn't, that actually takes pride in who they are, and that feels like I never needed nobody to give me pride in myself, ever. Like, I always took pride in who I was. I always felt, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me who I am and I'm less than. Like, I control that. Me. Like, I am the master of my fate and the captain of my soul. And I never gave no other person that authority to look down on me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't look down on others, but, you know what I'm saying? You think you're going to look down on me, I'm going to look down on you. And that's how I look at it. We both can have our nose in there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about any race of people or any class of person. I don't care who it is. From Maine to Spain, you can be a alien, nigga. I don't care. You're gonna have to blast me with that laser beam because you're gonna have to give me some respect. Because I'm gonna give you your respect, but give me my respect too. Point blank, period. You're not better than me. The only person that's better than me and has a higher position than me is the Most High. And that's in the scripture, the Lord, Jesus Christ. That's the only person who the highest, the Most High, Allah, whatever you want to call it, the being that the creator of all. That is the only person that sits high enough to judge any of us. And nobody else on this nation and in this world that's a warm-blooded creature on this earth can feel like they have dominion or rule over me or better than me. So that's how I feel like. And I don't like people like Umar Johnson because they create this narrative and this insecurity amongst their own people. You know what I'm saying? When you have this, white people, like, bro, that don't make my heart jump seeing white tee people, bro. They're just people, nigga. Like, they're not better than me. I'm not. That's why I want to teach our own people to have this understanding, though. Because when you have this, like this, just that, you consider yourself American, like, nigga, yeah, nigga. Like, just like you consider yourself African, like that's better than, like, bro, who you think created all these names? Like, get out of here, nigga. Like, that's the problem. Trivial BS.
After all I've been through in this country, I'm still going to wave their flag. After all I've been through in this country, I'm still going to use their colors. After everything I've been through in this country, I'm still going to identify.
And yet this nigga still sitting here speaking English in America, but degradizing in America. That's the problem with a lot of these people, woke people in America, bro. Talking about liberal weirdos. You in America, speaking English, started your school in America, apparently, allegedly, whenever the school gets built. Why aren't you building schools in Africa, nigga? Why aren't you living in Africa? Why aren't you, come on, bro. Like, we can easily dissect the BS from this brother from a mile away. Like, why are you in Philly, nigga? Like, what are you talking about? Why don't you go live in Africa then? Like, why don't you, it makes no sense to me, bro.
With the plantation and call myself an American. So I don't have an issue with the concept. I take issue with the strategies. And
What about if someone is saying that, all right, we look at anyone that is putting in our place and getting access to resources that belong to us because they built their core wealth off coerced labor from our people, but you can come in as an African, as a quote unquote immigrant and get certain access to things that maybe the foundational Black Americans, what they call themselves, believe that, that's our stuff. And so I don't look at the African any different than I look at any other, ethnic group that comes over and tries to take that place.
If that's the case, where is your campaign against the Latinos? Because I don't see it. Where's your campaign against the Caucasian immigrants? I don't see it. Where's your campaign against the South Asian and North Asian immigrants? I don't see it.
But what I think fragmented everything is the reparation talk. And so I think the reparation talk, a lot of the foundational, and I'm I could be speaking out of school, but my limited understanding of it is
CNP has always been pro deportation of illegal immigrants. I've always been an advocate of deportation of illegal immigrants. You can see that I've been one of the main advocates and of the conservative movement to of ICE. I support ICE, and I'm for the deportation of illegal immigrants, bro. It is what it is. Come here through the proper channels.
I think that they believe that the reparations belong to descendants of slaves.
Well, I'm going to say this as a Pan-Africanist, because we invented the reparations fight. It don't come from FBA. It don't come from ADOS. This was around before they were born. You feel me?
Yes.
Pan-Africanists gave birth to it. Reparations for me is not about different groups and sects of the race fighting for their crumb off the big pie. This should be one fight, one reparation. Do you feel me, Loon? We can split it up how we want to split it up after we get it. But by you fighting divided,
I feel what you're saying. The Bible is the Bible. Like you can't. I don't really take everything literal. Like I feel like you got to listen to your spirit a lot of times in life. You know what I'm saying? That's why you think I said I named off all those other names. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I said Jesus Christ and I really just look at God, like, because it's definitely a higher power ruling over all of us. But the Bible is a manipulated book. You know what I'm saying? That was written by humans. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. I feel like it was some good, stories to live your life by and things like that, and just logical standpoints. Of course. Like you can get that from reading any type of book, but like it's a bigger. When you living and walking in this earth and you're a spiritual being. Like they say, a lot of black folks have soul. You know what I'm saying? And that's just when you have a soul, you feel it's a bigger connection than just like it's nothing. It's just nothing but us. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there afterlife? I don't know. I really don't care. But I do know that in this world that we're living in, it's not just us. Like we didn't just create ourselves. Like it's not just us. It's something bigger. There's something bigger going on, bro. You can feel it. Like, it's a spiritual connection. You can really feel it. Like if you look at it's just too many coincidences in this world that seem like it's divine creation. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? There's too many circumstantial coincidences that in our everyday life, when you talk about oxygen, air, water, that like this, everything that we need and how we function is perfectly created here in our ecosystem. And just something an inch too far, we burn up. An inch too far away, we freeze. If we got a sun, we have a perfect ecosystem here for us to live and be fine on Earth. We don't need none of these machines and nothing. And we'll be perfect. Like it's a place on Earth that's warm enough where we can sit around walking in loincloths all fucking day for 365. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, the only thing that makes the Earth horrible is us. is the free will and choice of human beings to hate one another, fight one another, war, delineate based on color, delineate based on race, delineate based on religion, delineate and hate one another, and to choose violence based off of political affiliation and ideology. Bro, we are the issues that destroy Earth, bro. God made a perfect place for us to be here. A higher being made a perfect place for us to be here, thrive, and we could just have families, respect one another, have beautiful sex with beautiful women, and have a great life. And we choose what? Violence, chaos, a 9-to-5, working, taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, make it make sense, bruh. Subscribe to TNP, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking right now, bro. I'm really cooking right now, man. Out in Colorado, man. I'm really cooking that scholarly talk right now. But we can have it our way here. Beautiful life. Sitting on beaches with beautiful women all day, not out here trying to fuck each other's wives, all these crazy diseases, man, bro. I'm saying that. I mean, if they into that, do that. But I'm saying having respect for one another, because we gotta have respect for one another. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where all the shit comes from. It's really just insecurities and disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we? I mean, I know this is all hypothetical talk, but I'm just saying, it is what it is. We chose misery, bro. 100%, bro. 100%, dog. Bro, you couldn't have said it any better, man. We chose misery, and every day we signed the contract to agree with it, damn near. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That's the free will of man that we've chosen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you know what I'm saying. Jesus Christ and the slavery God, whoever balding since 1999. But yeah, I feel you on where you're coming from on that. But you're not gonna. Due to my spiritual, I know there's a higher power here. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the free will to change anything at the drop of a dime. It's on us. But I know it's a higher power, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a good and the evil on this earth. You can't. It's clearly evident. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are drawn by the evil. Unfortunately, they did say that Satan has dominion over the earth. Unfortunately, that's also in the biblical text. Like, so that's kind of effed up when you look at how this world's ran. Like, but it's like it kind of makes sense, you know. It kind of makes sense. It's like, well, it's like it feels like the devil runs this bitch down here, you know. It's like, niggas is choosing to choose that side as opposed to using their good free will to be good. But I ain't about to sit here and talk your head out with the conscience. And I appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man. For real, right now. So go ahead and play some more of this and get some info from this Dr. Umar interview. Shout out to them. Shout out to their podcast. It's Up There Podcast. Give y'all a like. You know, I'm a struggle podcaster. You know, trying to get it on, trying to get some love, trying to get monetized. Man, y'all go ahead and watch this thing over and over. Share it. Hit the like button. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me. Like I said, if y'all feel like y'all want to donate to the channel, all the links are in the description box below. And like I said, how long I've been on here this morning? It is, I got 73. I've been on here 50 minutes, almost 51 minutes. 89 people in the building, 9 likes. Hit that like button if you're jumping in here. Let's see. It is, what time is it? It is 5:45 Mountain Time right now. We're gonna I'm up, man. I don't know where y'all at right now, man. On the East Coast, West Coast, wherever you at. I'm Mountain Time right now. Here in Colorado, right near Denver. 5 o'clock where I'm at. I'm podding, dog. I'm up. You know the the national tree out here. You know what I'm saying? Colorado. So we keeping the party going. You understand? I'm up vamping. You know what I'm saying? The real ones know what I'm talking about right now. Hit that like button for me. And let's get some more content. I'm about to get up out of here in a second. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man. I hope I've been entertaining, provocative, and informative this morning for you. But let's get to the Prince of Pan-Africanism and Prince of Pan-Peace. So let's get back to him. Well, hey, Tariq Nasheed's a hilarious dude, man. Prince of Pan-Peace. It's hilarious, dog.
For the same restitution, you playing right into the hands of your enemy. There was one slavery, took some of us to the Caribbean. There was one slavery, took some of us to the Americas. There was one slavery, took some of us to Central and South America, right? But there was one African slavery. So the Africans of the world, from the continent to the British, Canada had slavery, Australia had it, right? We should all come and sit down. Let's fight this together.
See, I think they reject
You
it.
would get it quicker.
Yeah.
You would get more. Because guess what? It's a united front. But because we hate each other more than we hate racism, because we hate each other more than we hate racism, I don't want to unite with no black Africans.
I don't even think it's that we hate each other more than we hate racism. I think that we've been corrupted by the white T man's dollar, dog. By the euro dollar, you know, the Caucasoid dollar. I think we've been corrupted, you know. I don't really think it's that we have a disdain for one another throughout the, like as far as the leadership has a real disdain for each other across the diaspora. I feel like it's just we've been corrupted internally by the white T dollar, you know, and internal infighting. Like the American FBA can't get along, the Canadian whatever can't get along, the European blacks can't get along, the African blacks can't get along, the Caribbean blacks can't get along, the Latino blacks can't get along. Like I think that is why we are in the position that we're in. I don't think it's the fact that we can't come together and sit down. I think they on no level do black people across the diaspora rock with each other internally, and therefore how you think collectively we're gonna rock with each other, bro? And that's about to be a status I'm gonna make. I'm gonna say that one more time. How can we unify collectively as a diaspora when you talk about melanated people across the world when internally across the diaspora we don't get along? Man, I am cooking this morning, man. I'm about to go ahead and write that down. That's about to be my that's about to be a what's the name right now. So I'm about to go ahead and write that, send it to myself. Because that is a hell of a knowledgeable, we just want to make people knowledgeable and think critically and just think from a different perspective. But y'all go ahead and watch some of this real fast. But how can we collectively get along in the diaspora? Or unify in the diaspora when we can't get along on our own in collective levels.
I don't want to unite with no Caribbeans. And you got Africans saying the same thing. I don't want to unite with no descendants of no slaves, right? I want to fight my own thing. So ECOWAS got their own fight. Black British got their own fight. Canada got their own fight. Black America got their own fight. And it's sectionalized, sectarian.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody communicate with each other. So the white man going to play his old game of what? Divide and conquer, separate and rule.
That's why I wanted to have a conversation about the FBA and the Pan-Africanism, because that's what's going on. Although I hear when you speak, although you're Pan-Africanist, I hear some of the stuff I hear from foundational Black Americans.
Well, remember, there's nothing wrong with advocating the rights of your unique group. A Pan-Africanist in South Africa can speak up for South Africans and still recognize the greater vision and greater goal of a united race. You see that? So as Pan-Africanists, we don't just focus on the whole. That's the goal, but we also got to take care of our people where we are. So I don't have an issue with the American African people having a Black agenda for themselves that they need to carry out. It's only when you start criminalizing and antagonizing other Africans as if they're responsible for the condition you in. Loon, there's only 3 million African immigrants in this country. They are not the group most responsible for siphoning off from your set-asides. You know who that would be? White women, homosexuals, and Latinos.
That's true. That's true, man. I agree with you. Look alive, push. I definitely agree.
Who they rarely ever talk about.
And you know,
And let me also say this, Loon. Let us be honest. What do we know about the psychology of oppression? The victim often imitates the victimizer. The oppressed often imitates the oppressor. What do I mean by that, Loon? I don't want to be the most oppressed person.
Oh, we definitely see that going on amongst FBA in America, bro. Don't that's what I was alluding to earlier. We definitely see that live in the well, as I said, across the diaspora. But what I can anecdotally say from my own experience is we definitely see that going on in America, man. Like we have taken on the same behavioral characteristics of our oppressors, bro. And we directed that same vitriol towards ourselves. We got the switches, we got the drums, we got the ARs, we got the what's the thing? We got the Dracos, we got the Techs, we got the monkey nuts, nigga. Hey. We got the 100-round drummies, nigga. We got the bullet catchers, nigga. We got everything locked and loaded for ourselves. You understand? Like, you know, no honor, no respect amongst ourselves, you know. No sense of giving each other a pass, of love, of kindness. We got all this smoke for ourselves, man. Let me just say that. I'm gonna just say that, bro. I'm gonna leave that out there. You know. So we have definitely taken on the characteristics and behaviors of our oppressors. And now they like I said, they have radical indifference at this point, bro. They have black fatigue, nigga. They just want you away from them, and I feel them. I'm the same way. Like, I'm about to live in I live in the country. Like I want to live in the country. Like, I want to live in places where I don't got to deal with a whole bunch of evil and hatred and fighting and infighting and stuff like that, and desperation and poverty and no accountability. I rather live amongst the people that understand, have understanding. You know, they may not like you, but they respect you, and they follow the law and the rules of the land. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a mindset of a victim where they feel like what you have is owed to them. What you work for and the sweat of your brow should be theirs, and they feel like they have the right to take it and do things lascivious and lewd things to you to try to hurt you and devious things to undermine and take from you, and it's owed to them, and they should be able to escape capture and punishment. Heck no, shoot, I don't want nobody that's living like that. That's living to break the law and feel like they and want to continue to break the law and be out here free. I don't want to be around that community. Be honest with you.
I gotta find somebody and put them beneath me so I can look down on them and mistreat them. And it's back and forth between Black Africa and Black America. A lot of this is victim consciousness. I don't want to be the lowest, so I'm going to victimize and step on the American African. I don't want to be the lowest, so I want to victimize and step on the African immigrant, because in America, we're the lowest. We are the lowest in the social order. I'm not saying we internalize that.
Right.
See, that's what I said. I'm telling you, he pushes this mindset, this narrative, where it's really pointed and pushed toward the impoverished lower half, like the single mama raised, impoverished Black, populace of this less than YT narrative, like the less than narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like that is. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, does the numbers say economically that we are one of the lowest incomes or whatever in America? Yeah, of course. Like, it does. Like, the lowest that own real estate, all that. But like just that mindset of feeling that way is, in my opinion, the worst thing you can do. Like when you push this narrative, that's only contributing to your mindset of feeling less than and being a victim. You know what I'm saying? Because there's many examples of successes stories and people where it's not like that. Like I'm a personal experience and a personal example of that. I come from a married household. I come from, like I just said, people that were well-to-do, college educated, all of that. So civil service workers, police officers, all the social workers, nurses, engineers, teachers, administrators, principals, all of that, man. Administration, like nurses, a lot of, man, everything. So it's like, bro, like kill all that narrative where it's like we're the lowest. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel you on all that, but like to me, I feel like the picture that you should paint, because it's there. You also, if you're gonna do that and say that, you need to say it's a complicit. It's something that we're complicit in. Then it's something that we're contributing in. Like I was saying, like if you're at a bad spot in America as a FBA, freedman, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to label as black person, it's probably because you had a generation in the lineage of niggerdom that put you in that position where y'all addicted to drugs, y'all just highly incarcerated, like, boy, doing things to disenfranchise yourself and put you behind the eight ball, where against this in a system that's already systemically against you historically, as far as the past, where it's like you don't even have a long rope in which to hang, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really have a lot of slack at all. So you know what I'm saying, which to hang yourself with. So it's like, bruh, a lot of things you cause on yourself. That's just the facts. A lot of the things historically, as far as especially in the last few decades, like that's been a self-imposed curse that you put on yourself in a lot of ways.
I'm saying that's the white agenda.
Yes.
We don't want to be the lowest. So rather than build myself up, my hospitals, my school.
Who cares? And that's my thing. Who cares about the white tea agenda, bruh? If you work, we have it's called free enterprise, man, and capitalism. We can work as many hours as we want, as many jobs as we can handle, make all the money we can make legally, pay our taxes, and do it again over every year, and do our taxes, nigga. Bruh, don't nobody talking about that's their agenda. What is our agenda? We have all the ability to do the same thing if niggas ain't looking over each other's shoulder, seeing how much the next nigga making, all this crab in the bucket mentality that's bringing us down. That has been the problem. A nigga hit a lick and done his whole family. That's the problem. A nigga will hit a lick, be rocking and grinding with his family, nigga, in the hole with his family, and hit a lick and then turn it back on the whole community, bro. One ain't do nothing for his family. That's the mentality we have. Individualism, like radical individualism, bro. That's what's going on in the black community right now, bro. Everybody's me. Everybody is me, bro. So he's talking about, that's what they want us to be, the lowest, and we the lowest. No, we're not, bro. Like that's that bullshit victim narrative that I hate. Like, we're the lowest because they say we're the lowest, and no, we're the lowest because we've allowed ourselves, like I said, to fall victim to this brainwashing, whatever you want to call it, manipulation, nigga. Who cares, nigga? Like you gotta wake up eventually, bro. Like, nigga, like you shouldn't allow yourself to fall a victim to the Little Kim, sexy red, hoochie mama ass mindset, Foxy Brown bullshit that we did, nigga. That's y'all fault, nigga. And they don't snowballed into Cardi B's and Sexy Red and Sukiana, nigga. Now it's y'all fault, nigga. That's y'all fault. Glorilla, all these, that's y'all fault, bro. It's y'all fault, nigga. That y'all engage in this lifestyle that's detrimental for you and that kills and steals and destroys and incarcerates and disenfranchises. That's your fault, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be poor after every generation and smoke crack and do bullshit and nobody want to work a good job and keep a clean record and do right and be consistent, that's your fault, bro. Because everybody has to do it, so that's your cross to bear. Like, you can't blame the white, everything, and be like, oh, that they want to keep us down, nigga. No, you want to keep you down, nigga. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, that is the biggest mind F and victim mentality BS. That's why I don't like Umar. That's why I don't like his messaging. Like it's BS. Like, oh, that's what they want to keep us, nigga. Who cares what they want to keep us, nigga? Like, the fuck, that is not what makes the change. What makes the change, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, nigga. What makes the change is us doing actionable things amongst ourselves to make the change generation after generation and break the fucking curse, nigga. not what they think. Oh, the white man wants us to be. Nigga, no, that's what you do, nigga. That's the action that your community does and perpetuates that puts you in that fucking position, in that hole. Which I call the nigga hole. Where I come from is called, I have a place on Concord, North Carolina, it's called the bottom. The white people call it the bottoms with an S. Nigga, it's literally a place where they redlined us as black people back in the effing day, whenever they broke, whenever slavery and everything eradicated. That was the community. There's a few communities amongst Concord that they pigeonhole black people to. Silver Hill, Logan community, a lot of places. But every place has a Logan community, nigga. Every place has that, bro. A Lincoln Town, whatever. Every place. What it called? What was it in Kannapolis? I forgot what it's called. Cheney or some whatever. It's a community where it's a lot of black people at, man. Where they streamlined us too, they redlined us too. But yeah, man, like, bro, think consciously, man. That's what 10P tries to make you think and just delve deeper into different things. You know what I'm saying? As far as just how you view life. I do got to give me a Patreon cooking too. Like, why are we so fixated on what another person thinks? Facts, my man. The nigga hole is hilarious. Yeah, but yeah, man. Like he's over there. That's what a white man want to keep you. Like, nigga, why? Why do you care? Hey, that is my mindset. Like, bro, that's not teaching you manhood, bro. That's not teaching you to be to stand up on your own too and be accountable for yourself. Like, oh, that's what they want us to be. Every day and every step and every action that we do as FBA people in this country is what aligns us with our future goals. If you choose to sit around, be a drunk, be a non-working ass nigga, be a drug head, be a whatever you want to be, a criminal, and engage in criminalistic endeavors, nigga, that's gonna be who you are, nigga. Like, you can't blame somebody else. That's what they want us to be. Like, no, nigga, that's when you put yourself in jail, nigga. You chose not to go to school. You chose not to educate yourself. You chose to feel like a victim. You chose to say, oh, my daddy's in jail, I'm gonna go to jail. Or man, it's weak, bro. It's a weak narrative, man. So that's why I have to break down people like him, where he preys on the lower of us, the impoverished of us, maybe the guys and the women who, obviously a lot of women don't engage in criminality, but a lot of the men and women who maybe have went through things and they need a feeling of why they are, where they at in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, he provides that content and gives you that ally where he can make you feel like, like you are, it's the reason why you're here, and it's the YT man. He gives you out for instead of using accountability. So it's like, bruh, every action we take every day is what builds our community. So, and that's just a fact. Especially some people, I feel sorry for selfish motherfuckers in our community who would rather engage in thrills and things of that nature as opposed to, things that actually better us as a community. I don't rock with that. I had thrill seeking and trying to get high, all damn day, as opposed to working toward things and it's gonna actually build our community. And by high, it's a lot of things that get you high, nigga. It ain't just drugs. And that waste economic resources, and it's all about you. Do you. Like I said, niggas that even like Umar, to privatize and then and steal money off of your emotionalism and things of that nature, and don't provide you with no type of results. So they spend it on food and paying pizza and Lambos and all and expensive all type of expensive high-end products and things of that nature, bro. Nigga, so it's all type of ways to get high, nigga, trust me. Like, but I bet you, nigga, they wouldn't spend none of that shit for real or really do nothing actionable for their own kind. It's like I said about Tariq Nasheed. So, hey. But do you, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm trying to get, if you trying to donate, show some love to TNP, man. Donate on that PayPal. So throw some love on that Cash App, man. Link right there. Show some love on that Facebook. Follow my Facebook page, man. You know the dig? Follow my Facebook page. Show some love on there. FBA. I definitely follow the FBA lineage, though, and I believe in it. And I believe it should be in all the paperwork and legislator and all that, man. Put it on there. Recognize this as a real lineage, Get some shit pushed through. Just like the Negro got pushed through, like African American pushed through the FBA, man. We foundational, man. Cannot take that away from us. And I'm one of the ones, like I said, I don't need to kick nobody. We can point it out without kicking them and punching down on them. You know what I'm saying? They know what it is. If they want to talk junk and be on here talking junk, then you can talk junk back. We signify. You know, like you said, that's what FBA do, but that's not the mission. That's not the goal. You know, the goal is to clean up our house. You know, and it starts with amongst ourselves. Like I said, we already we let the fox in the kitchen. You know, we let the fox in the house. So we need to check our own lineage, and that's all I say. That's all I'm saying. You know, because before we sit around here pointing fingers at ourselves, we gotta look internally, because it's a lot of things that we could do that we don't do that would better us as a community. I'm talking about today. Like, so all I do is speak about it. All I do is give out my opinion. You know, the TNP way. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's something that's not really spoken on a lot today at all. You know, like the way in which I speak, my perspective and point of view, it's not what's really mainstream at all. It's not what's really being pushed up there at all. You know, everybody wants to radicalize things. Everybody wants to be far right or far left. You know, everybody, I'm right down the middle, and I'm calling it like a TI is, you know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of times I get flack, because I've been, a lot of times my messaging has been real radical and real direct and flippant, but I've learned how to add some scholarly opinion in there as well. Not just be so emotional and flying off the wall, But yeah, it's real out here. It's definitely real out here, man. Like, we got to make some moves as a nation, as a people, FBA, to better us. We got to make some moves, man. Like me, I'm trying to put my mouth, my, what I'm saying, my money where my mouth is and my action where my mouth is, and be about what I'm preaching for sure. Like my family, I'm teaching my kids always work together, always be together. As far as that money, man, we cannot be divided on that. Like that is not even nothing to be divided about. You know what I'm saying? Like that is something that can build a economic infrastructure for ourselves to where we're not dependent on others for our day to day. And that is like, bro, self-sustainability, functionality, bro, like togetherness. That is with who don't want that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to build toward right now. Like whether it be a small garden, all of that. I'm trying to build to that right now, man. Like mentally, like. And we know it takes resources, but we would get to that faster if everybody worked together. And that's just fact. Like, if everybody worked together, if everybody didn't practice so much individualism, we would get to our goal way faster as a community in the FBA. We've been here too long. We've given up things what we already had. We already had land back in the day. We've given it up. We sold it. We had farmland. We knew how to till the land. You know what I'm saying? We knew how to raise livestock and things of that nature. Me personally, my family had livestock, all that, land, all that. We lost our way, man. Like, we lost our way, bro. But like I said, it is what it is, man.
My banks, my trains, my import export. You see that? My industry, my own trade market, stock market. Rather than build myself up to compete with everybody else, I'm just going to demonize.
But what if it's
so I have somebody lower than me? Because I want to do to somebody else what the white man been doing to me. And we all have that disease. I'm speaking universally. Every African group in the world. Because remember now, I've met them all. They always looking for somebody to put under their foot. If I can't beat the white man, let them join them by having somebody under me too.
So, but if it's about resources and reparations, so if it's about reparations, right, for Americans, descendants of slaves, because I agree with you. I think it shrinks the coalition when we have ADOS and FBA and Pan-Africanism and regular just black people who ain't doing none of that.
Pan-Africanism, our focus is the whole. We're the only philosophy
inclusive
that is inclusive of everybody. Nobody else has that. They want to make you a Hebrew.
What strength is that?
They want to make you a Christian. They want to make you a Muslim. We don't have that. We believe in freedom of religion. We are about unity of the race. We see the African race as a family that we want to be cohesive. We play in the long game. And we are the only philosophy that has ever been pointed out by the white man as being a threat to his system. You ain't gonna see no FBA on no documents. You ain't gonna see no ADOS on no documents. You ain't gonna see no Hebrew, no more, no Wapi, and none of that. And I love them all. But what the white man said in his security memorandum was what? We cannot allow the black African.
Why is this nigga so obsessed with the white T man's opinion of things, nigga? Like, this nigga just a beta male, weirdo, mama raised nigga. But now, on the real, why are you so concerned with the white T man's opinion? Like what is maybe it started that way, the mindset of and in all opinion, like it is a threat. I will, like, when you think about what he said, Pan-Africanism. When you think about it in practice, as far as in like practice or just the mindset of it, it is a threat, but it's not real. We've already broken that down. People, Africanized people, Afro people all across the diaspora hate each other internally, and so they're not going to unify. So that is just bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bullshit. Like, how can you even have like, it's a threat, but the ideology of it all is a threat. Because if people were to do that, if people were to unify, you know, like what's the dude name that got Gaddafi that got you know what I'm saying? Because he tried to unify the African dollar, you know. Eastern African man trying to do something with the money, you know what I'm saying? They did took offense to that, got him up out of there. You know what I mean? So if you do try to unify in any type of way, like you know, for one, it's not even done. It's not even done. But that's what you know what happened to Gaddafi basically, based off what they said was trying to unify the dollar. But I'm saying in general, nobody rocks with each other, no way. Like he was just trying to do an FU. I think he had a problem with a couple people. But just in general, like people, they're not gonna, you know, across the diaspora, they're not gonna unify. But if they would, that would be something. Like not even about dollars, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as just trying to do whatever, trying to create your own currency, whatever like that. But if you were to unify as far as just information, resources, and infrastructure, trading money, trading whatever you got that's your capital import and things of that nature. Like just showing love to one another, then yeah, we would definitely be an international threat as far as. But that's just not gonna happen because people hate each other internally. Like that's just a fact. Like, and maybe we could say, oh, they gonna do whatever, but we ain't seen it. Like they did that, like they did Gaddafi. I think Gaddafi had a lot of other things going on too as well. Now I'm not really all that informed on what happened with him, but I know he was trying to do something with currency. We know what happened with that. Like, everything he says about the white man this, the white man that, like Lord of mercy.
And a black American to unite at all, culturally, economically, or politically. If they do, that would significantly undermine our global.
Yeah, if ands and coconuts and fucking goddamn if was butts and coconuts, nigga, like bro, like that's the bullshit, and that's that bullshit. That's how like bro, that's why I don't fuck with Omar, bro. We got to get up out of here though, bro. Like I'm just being 100% with you, bro. That's why I cannot rock with Dr. Umar Johnson with stuff like that. If butts and coconuts, nigga. Like, bro, the fact is they're not going to do it though. So they probably seen some documents where y'all talking about, well, we're gonna unify with the Europeans and the Africans and the bro. That shit ain't never gonna happen though, because they got their own problems. Fidel Castro, all them bro, Cubans, everybody, they all got their own problems. They already been divided and conquered. So, and they trying to fight amongst themselves for the whitey man resources, bro. So they ain't worried about the diaspora unification and what do you say, Pan-Africanism and all that bull crap. They ain't worried about that. They are not worried about that. Pan-Africanism and shit. But yeah, in theory, it would be a threat. But it's just a theory. So that's probably what they was talking about. They get the theory of it. Oh man, if this works, then it'll never work. Nigga, we already divide. You already don't afraid all the fucking continuity and togetherness and brotherhood between all the diaspora, bro. Like you don't pay this off, nigga, and that's a decision that we end up making, bro. If you think about it, like you can sit here and blame the white man as far as for doing the dysfunction and creating the infighting and dysfunction amongst us in the diaspora, but that's still our choice. That's still our choice, bro. That's still our choice to mistreat one another, to treat us badly. So that's just a fact. So. Yeah, man. TNP, we about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate the love. It's been a good one, man. Good episode right here, man. We've been spitting that knowledge, man, for a while, about an hour now. Subscribe to the channel. Show some love on that Cash App, man. I know y'all got your tax returns already. Throw a little something on that Cash App or that PayPal for your boy, man. If I've been entertaining this morning for you. But even more important, subscribe to all my platforms. Man, we got the Patreon coming soon, man. TNP Patreon is about to be more explicit, more real, more TNP type shit, man. You know, the thing and the issue you love to hear, man. Like I said, hit that like button, man. We got 49 still in the building. Hit that like button for me. Right now, it is 6:13 Mountain Time over here in Colorado, man. I'm about to get up out of here and get my day started. You know what I'm saying? Go dumb, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Go stupid. You know, shout out to shout out to what's the name? Go retarded, man. Let's get retarded in here, man. Shout out to Black Eyed Peas, man. They can't even say that no more. It ain't politically correct, man. But we gonna say that. Let's get it. Hey, let's go, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Have a good day, man. Get some coffee. Man, show me some love, man. Help me get a coffee, man. Put some on that cash app. And now go out there, get some coffee, man. Wake yourself up, man. Get your Monster energy drink, whatever you get this morning. You know, get your little Stokely Carmichael, a little broccoli, man. Put a little your dig on your lungs, man. Whatever you want, whatever gets you started and gets you focused on your day to day, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with TNP. It ain't nothing to it but to do is controversial Cal. You know, one of the livest out here, man. One of the realest podcasters and streamers that's out here. Grown man info. You know, one of the 89 babies, one of the millennials. You know how we do. Last of the 80s babies. So we gonna sit here and talk junk and keep it real, man. We got too much of that old school play in us. So it is what it is, you know. A lot of us do, you know. Everybody ain't got this type of knowledge and ism. Be 100% with that, but you know that, man. You wouldn't be here right now listening to TNP and all this cold game I'm giving out to y'all brothers and sisters today, man. And I appreciate y'all tapping in with TNP. Show some love, subscribe. Please, man. We need you. We love your engagement. You know what I'm saying? Please subscribe, man. Show some love. It's all love out there, man. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We just talking shit, man. I'm about to get more content on here, though, for real. I'm about to make a whole show out of it. This year is the year in which I step up the infrastructure with True Masculinity podcast for show, man, because it has to get better. It has to get more, provocative and entertaining, because I know I can grow this audience. I know I have some real thought-provoking takes, and I know people rock with me, you know. It's just the honest to God truth. So, and I know I got a message that supersedes a lot of these weak messaging that's being put out there in the media and in the content creator realm right now. It's weak. It's very weak, man. Very non-masculine. You know what I'm saying? It's very non-ethical and stand up right now. You know, it is what it is, though, man. TNP. Like I said, hit that like button, man. Subscribe. Show some love on that content. Because it's been a good one, man. I feel like this has been a very good episode right here. One of my best. Put my stamp on it. Because, you know, my opinion on the FBA is very strong. You know, I rock with it. You know, the lineage, that's what I represent. You know, foundational black. I feel like it really doesn't get the love and the respect that it should from a lot of these communities, and the recognition. I do feel like some of the FBA community does have to check themselves, you know. Like I said, watch the episode if you're just jumping in, man. I do feel like we definitely got to check ourselves in a lot of ways. There's a lot of times it does just look like we just blindly throwing out pejoratives and hate toward them. But I know, like I said, a lot of people say they do that toward us, whatever, and we just retaliating toward them. But it's a waste of time spinning tires in the mud when we got our own issues amongst ourselves that we need to cure and heal up right now. So, you know, that's just being honest and holding that mirror up to ourselves, which we hate to do a lot of times as FBA. We hate that shit, but we gotta hold that mirror up, man, and be accountable, man. Got to. But man, we signing out, man. Appreciate you tapping in with me, man.